Hello folks, it's Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to get in the camera's view here pretty quick. I want to talk about something. I want to talk about a nightmare. Not the one I had last night. You guys wouldn't be interested in it. But boy, that one just about blew my mind. But here I go. I'm going to get in the camera with you guys. You guys want to see me today? Don't want to talk to my hand? Okay. I want to, holy crap, I'm falling all over the place. I want to talk about something. If you're a professional detailer, you're a car enthusiast, you're a do-it-yourselfer, you've got puppies, cats, kittens, raccoons, goats, sheep, horses, I don't know what you have. Sometimes you allow them in the car with you. That's fine. That's beautiful. I love animals. Animals are great. They're a great way to, you come home and they love you and everything's beautiful, The rest of the world hates your guts, but your dog loves you, so it's great. Where am I going with this? Pet hair is a nightmare to be able to release from the carpet fibers and get it sucked up into your vacuum. I've had customers call me. I ask a bunch of questions. As a professional detailer, I'll ask questions. How did you find me? Thank you so much for your call. When was the last time your car was detailed? How dirty is it? That's a tough little subject to have with somebody, because most people don't want to raise their skirt and tell you, boy, my car's been neglected for a long period of time. But I need to know these things. I'm mobile. I'm coming to you. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to, make you feel like you've done something wrong. Life gets in the way. I get it. But when you got pets in the car, this brings on a totally different, brings on a totally different animal in the whole deal. Pet hair is I'm going to say it, it's a bitch. It just is so difficult to get out. Usually the pet hair in the beginning of the process, you go in with your favorite vacuum, your favorite nozzle, you suck up the pet hair. About 80% of it's going to come up relatively easy. I do the little air quotes like Mr. Nixon. They come out relatively easy, especially when it's in bulk. We suck them up in the vacuum. The next 20% of my job, 80% of that pet hair comes out pretty easy. The next 20% is where all the time is spent, all the effort is spent. I've done a navigator like this for somebody who had pet hair, and it took me over 2 hours just to get all the pet hair out. That wasn't even, we're not even talking about getting into cleaning the car, detailing the car, just to remove the pet hair so I can start working in the car. It can take several hours, especially on a big vehicle like this. It's time consuming. If you're a professional detailer, you got to ask these questions on the phone. Don't be nervous to ask them. Hey, do you have any pets? Do you allow pets in your car? I ask people, do you have kids? And sometimes people are like, wow, that's weird. Why are you asking me if I got kids? I don't even know you. And I soften the blow a little bit. I say, listen, I'm a father. I have a 6-year-old daughter. She sits in a car seat. She brings her apple juice with her, her grape juice. She spills it all over the place. I can't get rid of her. I love her to death. But boy, sometimes it's a little bit difficult cleaning up after her. And so I ask my customers, do you have children? And sometimes they'll go, yes, Scott, I got 2 or 3 years, I got 2 or 3 kids. Okay, great. Do you allow them to eat and drink in the car? Again, it's no judgment, but you got to ask these questions as a professional detailer, because I'm mobile. I haven't had a chance to get to their home and evaluate their car. Most of my customers, if not all of them, want a ballpark. They want an idea of what it's going to cost to detail their car. Or, and I'm going to make another video in the future, is cleaning a car the same as detailing? The answer to that is no. Cleaning is one part of the equation. Detailing is a totally different animal. Detailing is really where I make my money. If you guys are calling yourself detailers, detailing is about preserving the vehicle, raising its value. It's totally different. If you come across the car or a customer who says, I haven't vacuumed my car in almost a year, I've never had anybody professionally detail it. Life's too busy for me. I barely clean it myself. You got to know right away when you're on that phone with that customer, you're not a detailer at the moment. They're not looking for a detailer. You know what they're looking for? They're looking to turn the clock back on, and I hate this word because it's so negative, but they're trying to turn the clock back on neglect. So you have to decide, is that detailing to you, or are you just trying to restore the car and bring it back to life and get to some type of stability with a long time of neglect? So if you're a detailer, why am I talking about this? I don't know. It's my channel. I can do what I want, right? Boy, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. But here's the deal. Cleaning is one thing, detailing is another. When it comes to pet hair, this is cleaning to me. This is a lot of time. This is a lot of elbow grease. The vacuum will only get you so far. Then what some of you guys are doing is using these pet brushes. I like them. They're cool. They're great. They work great. And I'm going to get a little Bill Nye the Science Guy on you, and we're going to talk about certain things like static electricity. Why is it so hard after you get all the bulk of the pet hair out of the car, and that 20% of pet hair that's going to drive you completely nuts, you feel like you're never going to get it, the more you seem to use this brush, more and more keeps coming at you, and you're sucking up at the same time, and before you know it, 2 or 3 hours went by and you haven't even begun to detail the car. You got to realize that that can happen sometimes and start adjusting your prices. Most customers will understand it, but you got to talk, you got to be effective, you got to communicate well with your customers when you're doing this kind of stuff. But here's the deal, little Bill Nye the Science Guy, right? The reason why pet hair is so difficult to get off this fabric, off this rug, if you look at car carpet, it's not like the carpet in your house. Maybe you've got like 1970s porn style shag carpet with long fingers on it. The carpet in your car, it's a very tight nap or a weave to it. Some of these, they're not sticking straight up. They're not like little fibers like in a shag carpet that sit straight up. Sometimes there's small little loops. They're not even open. They're just tiny little loops. It's like taking a Brillo pad or a Scotch-Brite pad and trying to get the pet hairs that have gotten tangled inside that mess. That becomes a nightmare to get it out of there. Again, a lot of you guys are using these brushes. I like them, they work well, but we have to understand what you're actually doing. The reason why the pet hair is able to stick to this stuff, to the carpet, is because we have something on this planet called static electricity. The static charge that has happened between the carpet and the pet hair that lies upon it. Think about it, little, I don't know what you call your dog, is it Rufus, Max, whatever, as they're rolling around in the back of the car, they're excited to go to the store with you, they're shedding their skin, they're a form of little energy balls, and they're shedding their skin because they're hyper, they're excited, they're traveling with you, this stuff is floating around. That has a static charge to their pet hair, believe it or not, even when it releases from the body. The car is this is a huge freaking magnet. This car here, yes, it's made out of sheet metal, aluminum, whatever, but cars are a form of energy. There's static electricity that's developing inside the vehicle and outside the vehicle. I know I'm killing you with too much Bill Nye the Science Guy, but it's really important to understand how to get pet hair out of a car, because if you understand how static electricity works and you learn how to manipulate it, work with it, boy, you can take a 2-hour process and turn it into 45 minutes. That's what I'm trying to help you guys do. Giving a secret away here. I've been doing it for a long time. When I woke up this morning, I said, do I give this one away? And I said, you know what, I got to. I know it's going to make some of you, make your life easier, and that's what I want to do. So what you're doing with this pet hair brush, right? You've got a static electricity charge between the carpet and the pet hair that's still in the carpet. You're overwhelming that static charge by creating more static electricity with this brush. You drag it across the carpet. You're hoping, and the way this works is that you're creating an overpowering static electricity in the use of this wand or brush to pull the pet hair out. Then it sticks to this and you release it, you pull it out. I want you guys to start thinking about something. I want you guys to start doing something that I've been doing for a long time that makes my life easier. And I started asking the right questions, not of somebody else, of me. Sometimes you can walk around on this planet and ask other people questions, get answers that way, that's fine. Guys, you can get answers from yourself. I don't want to get all philosophical on you, whatever, but your body knows something. You've got answers. You just got to learn how to talk to your body. It will come to you. Crazy, I know. Don't turn this off. I'm going on a weird rant with you, but I'm wacky. But here's the deal. We want to neutralize that static electricity that already exists between the carpet and the pet hair that's in there before we even start using this brush. So my tip to you is go ahead and suck up the bulk of the pet hair, right? Get 80% of it out. The 20% that's going to really drive you nuts, now you're using this brush. I know guys use like a pet stone. Those pet stones work fine. I'm not a big fan of them. If you hit the plastic with it, the interior plastic, those pet stones can scratch, ruin plastic interior. Last thing I want to do, right? I'm a detailer. Why would I want to hurt somebody's car? I want to talk about something with you. I was going to bring a laundry basket out and say, hey guys, we're going to go to the laundromat. You can help me do laundry. I'm sighing because I love this. This is a big trick for me, and it works in my world, and I want it to work for you. This is all fabric softener, straight fabric softener. Why do we use this stuff? Why do we put this a little bit in the washing machine when we wash our clothes? Why do we use those fabric softener sheets and throw it in the dryer? Think about what this stuff does. It loosens fabric. It also releases static cling. We want to neutralize that static cling that's happening between the carpet and the pet hair. Guys, I'm not the brightest guy on the planet, but holy crap, when I came across this, when I just said, I know the answer's there, let the answer come to me, I spoke to my own body, this came shining to me and said, try this, Scott. And I was done. I got the answer that I wanted. I didn't have to ask anybody else. Pretty cool, right? But here's the deal. When you're using this stuff, put it in a 32-ounce bottle. 5 to 1, 7 to 1, it really doesn't matter, but 5 to 1 to 7 to 1 in a 32-ounce bottle works for me. Let's talk a little bit why fabric softeners work. This carpet is not like the carpet in your house. I'm dropping everything here. This carpet in your house, or this carpet in this car, is kind of firm. It's tough. It's not like you want to lay in the back here with your favorite blonde girlfriend and roll around. I mean, you can if you want. I did that when I was a teenager, but this isn't all that inviting. It's not like the carpet in your home. It's firm. And because the fabric, because the actual hairs, if you will, of the carpet are not really standing up, sometimes they're closed cells, loops. I want to soften up that fabric. I want to soften up that carpet a little bit. I want it to start getting lazy. I want it to open up. I want it to start breathing. Using fabric softener in a 32-ounce bottle, 5 to 1, when I sprayed on the carpet, and I don't just mist it, I don't saturate it, somewhere in between, and I let that carpet kind of mellow out. It softens up the carpet. It opens up those fibers a little bit, and now the pet hair will want to come out. Also, but too, because fabric softeners reduce or eliminate static cling, I can simply spray this carpet down after I remove the bulk with my vacuum. Now I've got 20% that drives us nuts. Wet this panel down, let it mellow out for about a minute or two, let that fabric softener do what it wants to do like it does for your clothes. Let it soften up. The carpet wants to breathe a little bit. Now the pet hairs can come out. Sometimes I can simply go over it again with the vacuum, even when this is slightly wet from the fabric softener, and suck up those loose, the rest of that 20% that drives you nuts when you're trying to remove pet hair from a car. Or if I have to, I'll go to this, even when the carpet is slightly wet from the fabric softener that I sprayed on it. Then I take this brush and I watch that pet hair just do what I want it to do. I don't want it to tell me what to do, I want to tell it what to do. Really cool trick, oh my God. 13-minute video, but then again, I'm being silly this morning. Fabric softener. This one happens to be made by All. Why did I buy it? I don't know. There's a cute bunny on it with a little blonde-headed girl. That kind of made me think of my daughter, so I bought it. Don't overthink it. Get yourself some straight fabric softener. 5 to 1 in a 32-ounce bottle. Suck up all the big bulk first. Then go ahead and moisten the carpet. It's going to soften the carpet up. Let it breathe a little bit. The hair is going to want to come out easier. Give it a couple of minutes for this stuff to work. Soften up the fabric. It neutralizes the magnetic charge, the static electricity between the carpet and the pet hair. And your life's going to be easier. No more 2 or 3 hours on a big car like this when I got to try to remove pet hair. Listen, my customers used to pay me for that because they appreciate it. They knew it took that long to get it out. Now I'm saving my customers money. I'm saving myself money, and all from a silly little thing, fabric softener. It's great, right? Softens our clothes. When you go to pull the stuff out of the dryer, not everything's stuck together. Sometimes we just have to think, what's going on? This is cool. Creates more static electricity, trying to overwhelm the static electricity that already exists on the carpet, so you use this brush. This is a cool little brush. I bought this. I know somebody's going to ask me, can you put a link up? I don't remember. What is it called? Fur Remover Duo. D-U-O. I don't know. It's got the big side of it, the big knobby fingers that gets a lot of the bulk up, but I also like the back side of this has got finer fingers. This is great for headliners, to be able to pull pet hair out of headliners. I know some of you guys might be using like a lint brush, one of those sticky little tape rolls. I use this back side of this brush. It's a double-sided brush, works real well for me. If I can find a link for it, remember what this thing is, where I bought it, I'll put it down below. You know about my Tide Cold Water Clean, removing smells from carpets. Cool little trick. Pet hair has met its match. It does for me. It used to take 2 or 3 hours to remove pet hair. It doesn't for me anymore. And there's science behind this. There's Bill Nye, the science stuff, all behind this stuff. It softens the fabric, makes it easier for the pet hair to come out, and it neutralizes the static electricity that exists between the carpet and the pet hair. Sorry, it's a 15-minute video. I wanted to have a little bit of fun this morning with you guys, but hopefully that helps you out. One more thing before I turn this thing off. I did a video yesterday about how I get products cheaper. Somebody wrote a comment to me saying, well, 1 minute you said it was $29 for the express wax, and then you said you paid $28. That's not a $10 savings. And he wrote, not in a big words, big letters. He capped it. Listen, I'm sorry I misspoke there. I think I confused hyperdressing with Meguiar's synthetic spray wax. I wrote it down. But here's the deal. I think I'm about $7 savings on that spray wax. Instead of $29, I'm paying $7 less. I just wanted to say to that individual, I appreciate you trying to be diligent, and I know you weren't trying to correct me. You actually wanted to know the price of what I was paying, and that's fine. But here's the deal. Even if it was $1 or $2 savings, I hoped it helped you. I hope that, I hope that was the bigger picture of that video and you weren't trying to pick me apart because I misspoke. I love you. I really do. But here's the deal. I only wanted to try to help you. You don't have to write me back and write in big letters, that's not $10, as if I'm an idiot, which I am. I'm an idiot. But I love you. I really do. Don't pick on me about stuff like that. I don't script this stuff. As you can tell, I'm a babbling idiot sometimes. I wanted to help you. I really, really want you to save money. I want you to be more profitable. I want you to be happier. If I only save $2 or $3 and you can save $2 or $3, that was really the point. But thanks for correcting me. You're right. It's not a $10 savings. I think I'm around $7.50 savings on that. If that makes all the difference in the world to you as far as making sure that video is factual, there you go. All right. Guys, have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Downy, the little bunny rabbit with the blonde-headed girl in the front, I like it. Pick any fabric softener you want. Don't overthink it. 32-ounce bottle, 5-to-1. Soak it up, neutralize that magnetic charge, and get to work. Talk to you later. Appreciate it. Until next time, be safe.